Hello and welcome to CEO.CA's Inside the Boardroom. My name is James Petham and today I'm joined by Max Porterfield, President, CEO and Director of Callinex Mines. They trade on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the ticker CNX. Max, it's great to see you today.
Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So let's kick things off with the elevator pitch. What do investors need to know about Callinex Mines?
Well, we're advancing some very high-grade copper-gold VMS discoveries just outside of Flin Flon, Manitoba, where there's existing infrastructure and a workforce to really facilitate and fast-track any kind of discoveries that are made in the region there. Flin Flon's got a century-long production history, but this is the first time where production has ceased for that community in Flin Flon. Our discoveries, we just put out a maiden resource last July on them, a total nearly 6 million tons of high-grade copper, gold, silver, zinc. Again, they're VMS discoveries, so they're polymetallic, and they are open at depth on a number of them. And we've since made a number of new discoveries that we're looking to expand and follow up here this year in 2024. So we're very, very excited about these discoveries, where they're located, the potential to build upon those resource base we already have built to date.
And you put out some news today. You'd recently finished some magnetotelluric geophysical surveying at one of those new discoveries at the Pine Bay project. Can you tell us a bit more about this surveying program and what are some of the early results that you're seeing from it?
Absolutely. So we utilized a number of different geophysical tool sets as we explored our Pine Bay project. That's the project area that hosts these discoveries outside of Flin Flon. And, really being innovative with these geophysical tools and other, obviously, geology and geochemistry plays an important role in the exploration approach. Has really led to a lot of success. We utilized IP, which is a non-traditional vectoring approach in the Flin Flon camp, which led to our rainbow discovery, which is a large part of that maiden resource that we discussed earlier that we announced last July. And so we brought on a new technology, MT, to help aid us in. MT has the capabilities to look a bit deeper than IP. And that's following up on a new discovery that we made just last year called Descendent. And Descendent sits on an area of the property where there's been exploration done, actually really dating back to 1911. And we made that discovery at depth. So we did IP, which looks for the similar rock property test as MT. Looks at similar rock property as the IP survey does. And that was a resounding success. The MT survey supports that our newest discovery, Descendant, continues at depth. The data correlates very nicely to the known geology that we've intersected in a number of drill holes that have drilled into that newest discovery. So we're quite excited by those results. In addition to that, there's a very large low resistivity anomaly that's also emerged in proximity to Descendant off to the west. And we believe those are mapping nicely two other known mine horizons, VMS horizons that host the Rainbow and Pine Bay deposits to the south. Those two deposits make up the maiden resource we announced last year. So again, it's an emerging target area that we're quite eager to see, and it's supported by other geophysical, geochemical, and geology as well. So we're following up on those this year.
Great. So, thank you for giving us that overview of the geophysical work. I want to talk a little bit more about the timelines of the Pine Bay project. So, you mentioned you put out the MRE in July of 2023. Then you recently completed the geophysical surveying this quarter in 2024. Can you walk us through what the next phase of the project looks like? What work is planned for the rest of the year?
Yes, certainly. So we're still in the process of going through the other two survey lines. So we did 3 survey lines over. One was over the Descendant discovery. The second one was over the existing Pine Bay deposit. And then the third one was over the Alchemist discovery, another target area called Odin, in covering a very kind of prospective area to the south on the Pine Bay project. So we've only announced one of those survey lines over Descendant, which is, again, very, very encouraging for the future of that discovery as it kind of emerges. And then we've yet to announce 2 of the 3 lines. So that's going to be coming out in the near future. And then subsequent to that, there'll be a planned exploration campaign to step out on Descendant and also test some of these near surface targets that seem to be emerging from the MT data. that we've just kind of announced today and are looking to announce in the future. We'll see what comes of those.
Fantastic. Well, sounds like there's lots of exciting updates coming soon from Callinex. Just to wrap up, when investors are paying attention to Callinex, what should they be keeping in mind? What sets you apart from your peer group?
Well, certainly, again, the high-grade discoveries and where they're located is unique in that nature. We're in a Tier 1 jurisdiction, in a Tier 1 country here in Canada. Flin Flon, again, has had a number of discoveries, 32 mines in this camp's history. There's existing infrastructure, existing workforce, and the project benefits from on-site road access, hydroelectric power on-site. And this is all backed up by a technical team that's, really aiding these discoveries and making these discoveries. That's done it numerous times over. Our technical team's been credited with nearly half the discoveries in Flin Flon's history. Our team's also developed three of those largest discoveries in the camp's history, and we're looking to repeat that success as we were starting to do with the discovery of Rainbow and then Alchemist and now Descendent. Descendent, again, looks very, very promising. And this project area, again, has always had the potential to host numerous discoveries based on the pedigree of the geology in the immediate area. So we're very, very excited about that and the potential to really fast track these, giving all the things that are supporting that ability to do so.
Well, looking forward to an exciting year ahead for Callinex. Max, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.